1 week on and firefighters and residents are still battling to control a massive wildfire on Greece's second largest island of Evia. Hundreds of homes and businesses have been lost and thousands of people have been forced to flee. The country's peak tourism season is also being interrupted as the Greek government comes under attack for not being prepared for the fires. Gavin Blackburn reports.
Firefighters battle intense heat and smoke as they try to contain wildfires on the Greek island of Evia. Hundreds of homes have been destroyed and thousands of people evacuated. Neighbouring Turkey has joined other European countries in answering Greece's call for help.
Greece has asked for help in fighting fires, and we look at it positively. We are working with Foreign Affairs to help our neighbour with extra planes. 2 40-ton aircraft used by the General Directorate of Forestry have been prepared and will set off upon completion of the relevant paperwork.
But as the reinforcements arrive, there are questions about why Greece wasn't better prepared.
For me, there is no state. We were not helped by anyone. Measures should have been taken years ago.
If there is no preventative plan beforehand for the forest, if the forest is not cleaned up beforehand, I'm not a forest ranger, but there should be preventative measures, not something being done after out of force.
The Greek Prime Minister says the country was simply caught off guard.
The previous days have been some of the most difficult for our country for decades. We gave and still give a battle with all our might, but we are facing a natural disaster of unprecedented proportions.
Now residents of Evia are doing what they can to save their own homes.
Only you can save yourself and your neighbor. I don't expect anything from any state, from any political party or from any government. Nothing.
As the Greek Coast Guard continues to evacuate residents, the EU is working on a wider response to address not just the fires in Greece, but in surrounding countries. But there are now fears that the coming hot, dry days will hinder firefighting efforts. Gavin Blackburn, TRT World.
Well, let's get more on this now with Marina Prentoulis in Athens. She's an associate professor in politics and media at the University of East Anglia. She's also been the UK spokesperson of Greece's main opposition party, Syriza. Welcome to the program, Marina. Thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, the scenes we're seeing out of Greece are just terrible. Thousands of people have been evacuated, as we saw there, and homes and businesses have also been destroyed. But we've also seen growing public anger over the government's response to the tragedy. How do you feel about how the disaster is being handled?
Well, we are all very sad and very angry in Greece. You saw some of the people in Greece saying that people feel that there is no state, and this is correct. We feel that the situation wasn't handled correct because we know that there is climate change. We know that Greece every year has fires, but there were no measures taken. And of course, there were no money invested in firefighting, in aircrafts, in all the things that they are important in Greece. So we feel that this government has let us down. It is a huge, huge ecological disaster. It is over 12% of the Greek forest land that it has been devastated, and this in conditions where there was no air, which makes, if you have the equipment, if you have organized things in advance, it would have made it easier to stop the fire because there was no wind. So we all feel devastated and very, very sad, and that the situation was handled in a very, very bad way.
Greece's Prime Minister has apologised for the failures in tackling the wildfires. Kyriakos Mitsotakis says, quote, "We may have done what was humanly possible, but in many cases it wasn't enough." Why were authorities so unprepared? Why didn't the government make the appropriate investment, as you pointed out?
Because this is a government that even ideologically, they don't believe in preserving things, they don't believe in nature. The only thing that they care about is investment, and we are very much afraid that these forests that they were destroyed, instead of being taken care and creating trying to create, of course, because it takes such a long time, nature again, it will be given to investors. Now, this is also a government that for many, many months, it has been investing on media, giving money on media, but doing nothing that it is actually important for Greece, especially in this situation of climate change, that we know that these things and wildfires are going to multiply. So I think his excuse was lukewarm, and this is why Greeks are so angry. There are policemen all the time in Greece being hired again and again to check on universities, and there was nothing done for firefighters, for aircrafts. Thank God a lot of people, a lot of firefighters from other parts of Europe and beyond, they came to help, and we thank them, of course, very much. So it was firefighters, it was volunteers that they were trying to do their best in this apocalyptic situation where the government was absent. So his apology is lukewarm, and it came very, very late. You know, in Evia, what stopped the fire is that it reached the sea. They didn't do anything, and I'm telling you, in conditions that normally you should be able to do things to stop the fire if there is no wind.
There was a lot of hope this summer that Greece's pandemic-hit economy would begin to recover as it welcomed back tourists from all over the world. I'm wondering, how are these fires impacting the crucial peak tourism season in the country right now?
It is not only about the peak tourist season in the country, which of course, this is in international media, everybody has seen the devastation in Greece, and even the people that they are here, they are not feeling like holidaying. It's devastating for everybody. But we are talking about these huge, beautiful forest areas in Greece that they have been destroyed, totally destroyed, places where tourists, Greeks from everywhere on the world were enjoying themselves. So Greece is destroying its natural resources, it is destroying its image for years to come, and decades.
Marina Prentoulis, we will have to leave it there, but do stay safe, and we do wish all the best for your country. Thank you again for joining us.